to the Cowboys LA Radio. I'm your host, Eric Hill, coming to you with episode number 12, which is going to be, well, I guess it's Victory Tuesday. What I've been doing is I've been taking all of Monday to look at the tape. That way we can get a little bit more into depth with the actual game itself. Cowboys end up topping the Green Bay Packers 30-16 and move on to 5-1. Couple of things that we talked about needed to be done for us to win this game on Sunday on the defensive side of the ball was to drop back as many people as you can to coverage, because the probability of getting a sack on Rodgers is going to be very low, and make it tough for him to find places to put the ball. That's exactly what they did. It was a great game plan by Rod. He decided that he was going to bring as much pressure as he could and drop everyone back into coverage, and it was very evident with the Barry Church coverage that's exactly what they were doing with the Barry Church interception, because Rodgers didn't see him. Rodgers did not expect him to be there, because typically he would have been over the top, but because they dropped back into coverage with an extra person, he created a spot where he didn't expect for Barry to be there. And that was pretty much the game plan all day. And some great covering, too. After watching the tape, Brown is doing a great job. Mo's doing a great job. You can't complain about a Carr. We got something going here. I hope that we can keep it up, because that was a pretty good set of receivers there with Adams, Cobb, and Jordy. So defensively, it was great. It was great to see that. And then these guys, after watching the tape, every chance they get, they're swiping at the ball. They're punching it, they're swiping, they're punching, they're swiping, they're ripping. And I think this is what we were missing last year, where it was a bend but don't break and then hope for a turnover, and that's what's happening now. Those turnovers are coming. Everybody rallies to the ball. It's a great thing. Honestly, it's a great thing, and I hope that. And the players are playing beyond what they're expected to play. David Irving, which is somebody that I was very excited to get back in the game. I'm still hoping we can get him out at the left defensive end. I think he brings a little more pass rush than Crawford does. D-Law didn't play too much. He only had 19 snaps. So hopefully this just means that they're getting him ready for the return against the Eagles. Offensively, this is Dak's worst game by far. He had the 2 fumbles. One was recovered, one he did not. And then he had his interception. He had a great 2-minute drive to end the half. He really did. And I thought it was funny that somebody said he didn't throw his first interception until Brett Favre touched him. And I thought that was pretty funny. But he did enough to win the game. But the truth of where this victory came from is that the offensive line and Zeke. To go over 130 yards when this team was only giving up 40 yards a game, 45 yards a game speaks for itself. There's a play. I think the play of the day for me for Zeke was he hurdles, gets hit by 2 defensive backs, and he carries them for another 5 yards for the end for the first down. And that's something that Randall could have never done. That's something that Alfred Morris could not have done. That's something that I don't think DMC could have done. It's special. We have a special back on our hands. And I say it every show, and it's only because people ask me about it every time I see him. And it's not because I'm this great. It's funny. It's not because the podcast has blown up. I have some loyal followers. It's not like that. It's people. I sport the Cowboys gear every day, whether it be a jersey, a hat, my keychain, or whatever. And people know that I have mad love for the Cowboys, so they come up to me and ask me questions of this and that. And the whole offseason was like, oh, what are you guys gonna do? Who are you gonna get? And Zeke. Zeke, it's easy. For me, it's easy. There's no defender that you could pick that's gonna make the impact that Zeke can make. And we're reaping what we sow right now. We took the risk, we took the pick when people said that it was too high, and we're reaping the rewards. As good as Joey Bosa has looked in his last 2 games, he's not gonna give you 150 yards rushing and 7 first downs, conversions. That wins games. As much as defense wins games, A good offense will win you a game too. And we're starting to see that with some of the teams that are good defensive teams like the Broncos, but they just don't have enough offensive power to make it up. Or the Jets. And, you know, I'm excited. We have a special player in our hands. Um, hey, and guess what? We have two special players coming back um, soon, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Um, got some big plays from Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams always has nice routes. When he was a rookie, I really was a huge fan of Terrence Williams because he has nice routes. He really does. The problem is his hands. He has the body catching, but before the half, that D bomb that he got hit with, that was a nice route. Um, and then you got Bryce Butler. He made a nice. That's the play of his career right there. That was a nice catch, nice go route, and a great pass by Dak to get us in the end zone. But let's not forget Lucky. Lucky finally got a catch and he had that really nice conversion for the first down that got us down to midfield where we decided, hey, let's go for this, and we got that touchdown before the half. Cole Beasley's killing it. This man is uncoverable. He really is. And if people are saying, oh, well, it's, Cole's getting open regardless last year, but nobody was hitting him because there wasn't a QB that could hit him. Kellen Moore couldn't find him. I don't know if it was a height thing. Castle wasn't doing well, and Weeding couldn't find him. But this man was getting open. I went back and looked at some of the games from last year. He was open. This kid knows how to get open, and his hands are so secure. Him and Witten are definitely the two go-to guys, and the other guys are making spot-on appearances when they need to. Bryce had two silly plays with the clip on the back, and then he drops a pass that should have been caught, but he gave us that touchdown. That's all you can ask for. The offense is rolling. The Ron Leary, everyone else is rolling. They're steamrolling over the other team's D-line. Honestly, after watching clip after clip, they make holes. And when there's not a hole, it's okay. 2-1 will take it for 3 or 4 yards. And you just got to keep going with this for the time being. It was a great game. It was a team victory. Special teams did their thing. There was no missed field goals. They had good punt coverage. When they had to punt, which was the only ones I believe in the game. It was a team victory. The Cowboys are playing as a team right now, and that's very exciting. And that leads me on to my last and final point here before we get going. Monday morning, everyone started texting me, Dak. Romo's done. Guys, I talk about it every time, but it seems because that's what people ask me to talk about. People say, I want to know about this. What do you think about that? When you watch the tape, what do you think about this? I really thought that this was the best game that could have possibly happened. We got the victory, but Dak did not play well. Yeah, he made some nice plays. He had the 2-minute drive, but he had 2 fumbles and a pick. If Tony has 2 fumbles and a pick, and we win the game, they're calling for his job. So I'm gonna give you a couple of things. Everyone keeps people that don't even follow the Cowboys tell me, say, hey, you can't replace Dak. Chemistry. Okay, chemistry. O-line has chemistry. The O-line runs off chemistry. Lyle Collins went down. Guess what? They plugged in someone who I think is a better player than Lyle at this moment in time, Ron Leary. And guess what? Our running game started going from 60, 50-yard games to 130. Chemistry? No. The better play. The team is there. It's not like Ron Leary was somewhere off in a corner. He practices with them. He's there every day. He just doesn't get to start. Chemistry, plug them in. On another note, another comparison. People are like, let's not mess up the chemistry. Okay, then let's not put Des Bryant in. Because we're going to mess up Cole Beasley, Bryce Butler, Terrence Williams, and Witten's chemistry. No, right? We're going to put Des Bryant in. He is our best receiver. He needs to be in the game. Chemistry. Nope. Last thing. We're in Los Angeles. Dodgers are 1-1 right now, playing tonight. Hopefully they can get that W. Let's give you an example. Prime example. Dodgers have been winning. They're winning. This is just a hypothetical. They're winning games. They're winning games because Kershaw's hurt, so he can't play. But hey, guess what? Kershaw's ready now. Are you gonna bench him? We've been winning. We've been winning without our best player, so we don't need to put him in. It's gonna mess with chemistry. Hell no. Kershaw's gonna be in as soon as he's ready. And that's the exact same thing with Tony. Tony's Kershaw. He's right there. He's waiting. He's waiting to heal up. You have his relief pitcher, Dak Prescott, in the game right now, who's doing a fantastic job and will continue to keep learning and continue to keep getting better. And so I know it's hard. To say why would you want Tony back? We're winning. But we're winning because football is a team game. That's why we're winning. And you're not gonna mess up the chemistry of your team by putting in someone who actually lives the offense. He knows this offense back to front. He can tell you exactly what you need to do and know exactly where the escape routes are at and where to go. It's only going to make the defense better. Pre-reads, change plays to a better play that might be a little bit better instead of a no game. And then the last thing, when I watch the tape, there's moments where people are open downfield, but Dak doesn't see it yet. And that's all right. His game is, I'm going to protect the ball. Because I can give it to Ezekiel Elliott and we're going to get a first down. Or I can run it myself and get a first down. And I love that part of Dak's game. But he's not there yet. We need to let him grow. Let him keep growing and get better. That's what people I don't think understand. Yes, we are winning, but it's a team game. We're winning because O-line, Zeke, and the defense is playing out of his mind. And Dak is controlling it and not doing things to hurt the team. And then he flashed this weekend. He could run the rock. That's one of the good things he can do. And he flashed at that half with that 2-minute drill for touchdown. But there's moments, a lot of times where I watch the film, he doesn't see the guys that are open downfield. And, he just kind of tucks in and runs. Or he looks for the check down and then boom. And that's all right. But we haven't run into anybody yet that can stop the run and you need a pass. And when we do, that's when we're going to need him. And I really felt like people be like, hey, you know what? Good job, Dak. We won the game. But, he didn't play too well. I'm ready for Romo to come back. But that doesn't seem like the case at the moment. And I'm not sure if it's a Romo hate thing from Cowboy fans that just hate that he never gave them a Super Bowl. Or a media thing where they just need something to talk about. I talk about it because this is my team. This is my team. And I want us to have the best chance of winning. And I want to help other people get educated as to what Romo can do. So when people talk to you and say, "Oh, Dak," you know what to say. People don't know that. People will not know that Dak is not seeing the open player down the field because they, on the Fox 11 thing, you just see the O line and then where the pass went to. But when you see it, coach's tape, you can see, ooh, hey, T.O. was open. Hey, this guy was open. Yeah, he hit the first down to Cole right there, but that was a touchdown sitting behind him to Bryce Butler. And that he's going to learn. Those are things he's going to learn. He's going to get more confident. But right now, I had predicted that Tony would be back for the Eagles game. And it looks like we have the luxury of letting him sit one more week. And I would do that. Give him the bye. Give him the Eagles game. Let's see if Dak versus Wentz. Give him another. And I think we could still win that game. I definitely do. And then let Tony come in against the Browns, knock that rust off, and get rolling towards the Super Bowl run. This team plus 88 and 9 equals NFC Championship at the very least. Your best players on the sideline right now, Dez and Romo. Enjoy the victory. 2 weeks. I'll see you hopefully later on this week. I have a special podcast. Maybe looking into have a friend who is a scout for Premier Scouting, Optimum Scouting. Maybe we can get him on here and talk some Cowboys next year, what we should be looking at. Enjoy the rest of your week. Go Cowboys.